Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Here we would like to learn and discuss about the importance of needs analysis in ESP, English for Specific Purpose. And we have some points to be discussed. They are general heading of the needs with the target needs and learning needs and analyzing learning needs. Okay everybody, we would discuss them one by one, and let's have a look the next slide. ESP as an approach to course design starts with the question, why do these learners need to learn English? This term differs ESP great deal from general English in practice. What can we distinguish them is an awareness of the need. In this case, the unchangeable of an ESP course design will be needs analysis due to the awareness of target situation, which distinguish both of them. The awareness of learners or teachers knowing on why the learners need English will influence on what will be acceptable as reasonable content in the language course and what potential can be exploited. According to Wanapop, needs analysis has been the key factors and an essential part of ESP practitioners, that is, researchers, course designers, material developers, testers, evaluators, as well as classroom teachers for many years. It is the process of establishing what and how a course will run. The second definition is from Pianapa, state that needs analysis is a means to identify what a learner receives and helps to determine the ESP course they require. And Noonan added, needs analysis can be a vital asset for teachers of English for ESP to identify learners' key requirements or needs and determine the skills they need to develop. While Trelever and Colling reveal that the success of teaching and learning process in ESP depends much on needs analysis. It is obvious that needs analysis can help learners adapt to the new learning system when their teachers recognize their needs of learning process, suggested by Karkin and Kamal. So with regard to those perspectives, the advantage is needs analysis will identify the weaknesses and strengths of the skills that they may use in potential business or academic contexts. Now we come to the next discussion on what is analysis needs. In this discussion, it will focus on the questions. First, what do we mean by needs? And what kind of information should a needs analysis tell us? John Munby proposes a set of procedures, the Communication Needs Processor or CNP, which consists of a range of questions about key communication variables such as topic, participants, media, etc., and it can be used to identify the target language needs of any learners group. There have been various approaches to needs analysis like differentiation analysis, sociolinguistic model, learning-centered approach, target situation analysis or TSA, and present situation analysis or PSA. However, we will solely discuss the learning-centered approach developed by Atkinson and Waters. In this approach, the answer of what do we mean by the needs would be the ability to comprehend and or produce the linguistic features of target situation. So the essential thing in this systematic approach is the learners give much care to the learning process as a focus of the analysis rather than the knowledge they want to possess at the end of the classes. Then, according to OTB, analysis is essentially seen as the exploration process of communicative tasks. That is what the learners need to do with the target language. Moreover, we will discuss further divisions under the general heading of need. 1. What are target needs? Target needs, as defined by Hutchinson and Waters, refer to what the learner needs to do in the target situation. Such needs fall into three categories: necessities, lacks, and wants. Let's discuss first with necessities. It is the type of need determined by the demands of the target situation. That is what the learner has to know in order to function effectively in the target situation. For example, a businessman might need to understand business letters and also the linguistic features, structural and also lexical, and many others. Therefore, necessities focus on what students have to know in order to be able to perform their responsibilities. And then the second one, lacks. It is also needed to know what the learners knows already, so that it can be decided which of the necessities the learner lacks. It means that lacks explain what people do not know, the gaps between what learner knows and the necessities. And the third one, wants. It is quite possible that the learner's views will conflict with the perceptions of other interested parties such as course designers, sponsors, and teachers. Thus, wants are about what the learner think they need. It is suggested by Nation. The analysis of target situation needs is in a sense of matter of asking questions about the target situation and the attitude towards that situation of various participants in the learning process. Next, we would like to talk about a target situation with analysis framework. So the simple framework outlines the kind of information that the course designer needs to gather from an analysis of target needs. Okay, let's have a look at the table here. This is a target situation analysis framework. The first question is, why is the language needed? Maybe it is for study, for work, for training, or for a combination of those, or for some other purpose. The next question, how will the language be used? This for media, like speaking, writing, reading, or channel, or by using channel, for example, telephone, face-to-face, or type of text or discourse, For example, academic texts, lectures, informal conversation, and so forth. And the third one, what will the content areas be? It is for subject like medicine, biology, architecture, etc. Or level, the areas of level like technician, postgraduate, secondary school, and the others. And now the next question is about who will the learners use the language with? Now we come to the second point on learning needs. Yeah. Here I have a diagram or chart to describe the ESP course. And now let's have a look together. So this is an analogy of ESP course as a journey. We have to consider the starting point, that is the legs, and the destination as the necessities. Then there might be some arguments to what the destination should be, that is wants. Another kind of need is the root, that is learning need, which should be considered too. How far the activity reflects target situation needs and how far the needs of the learning situation is interesting to consider. So, the needs of the learning situation, that is the need for a task that is enjoyable, fulfilling, manageable, and generative. For all manner of possible reason, learners may be well motivated in the subject lesson or in their work but totally turned off by encountering the same material in an ESP classroom. In other words, teacher must choose the learning needs according to the condition of the learning situation, the learner's knowledge, skill and strategies, and the learner's motivation to learn. The last point to be discussed is about analyzing learning needs. Here, I have a framework for analyzing learning needs. There are some questions here will help us to have the description how the analysis learning needs will be. The first question is, why are the learners taking the course? It can be because of compulsory or optional, or apparent need or not, are status, money, promotion involved, or what do learners think they will achieve? And also the answer will be what is their attitude toward the ESP course, or do they want to improve their English? It can be the reason why are the learners taking the course. And the second one, how do the learners learn? They may be can be answered by the following questions. What is their learning background? So we can answer the question of how do the learners learn? What is their concept of teaching and learning? What methodology will appeal to them? What sort of technique are likely to bore them? So this will help us to answer the questions. And then the analyzing question on what resources are available. This will help us to answer with the point of number and professional competence of teachers, and then attitude of teachers to ESP, teachers' knowledge and attitude to the subject content, and also the aids. And then the next analyzing learning needs is, who are the learners? We can see from the age, sex, nationality, or we can also find from the what do they know already about English, what subject knowledge do they have, and what are their interests, etc. And then the next analyzing learning needs is about where will the ESP course take place. The surroundings pleasant, dull, noisy, cold, etc. Yeah. And then the last one, when will the ESP course take place? Maybe we can find it by referring to time of day. It is every day or once week or full time or part time. So they are all about the needs analysis in ESP. So the 3 points we have discussed can be made as the needs analysis in ESP. Okay. After discussing the importance of need analysis in ESP, then finally we come to the conclusion. Having analysis needs must use an approach, and it is recommended to employ a learning-centered approach to needs analysis. Teachers must take into account the target situation needs and learning needs. They also need to know about language learning and how people learn to do what they do with the language. So that's my explanation, and I hope that we will have another discussion next time. Thank you very much for your attention. I ask for your apology if there is any mistake, and please write anything about suggestion or recommendation or critics below here to develop my channel and to develop my knowledge. Okay, again, thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.